Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing vaccines and which vaccines are considered acceptable for traveling into Thailand under these new, for lack of a better term, quarantine-free scenarios. And to be clear, the quarantine-free is a bit of a misnomer. I view it as quarantine-free compared to the 14 days we were dealing with not even a month ago. And a month ago as of the time of this video, and the 7 and the 10 days, it's dramatically truncated. There is this sort of brief interregnum when you arrive where you're sort of still under review while they're dealing with the final test, PCR test, upon arrival to determine whether or not the individual is contagious or has this COVID. But other than that, which is rather short, definitely shorter than what's been in the past, after that test is done, as we've discussed in other videos, you're basically free to move around. But a big question that's been coming up with in a lot of correspondence, a lot of people have been asking questions, what vaccines are considered acceptable by the authorities here in Thailand in order to gain admission to Thailand with the least amount of detention, however you want to call it, with the least amount of delay once you arrive. So, what I've been calling sort of quarantine-free arrival. So we're going to go ahead and put this on screen. This is from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, specifically the Department of Consular Affairs, and found this at mfa.go.th. Specifically under Section 5 here, the question is, what are the vaccines approved by Thailand? And the answer, the vaccines approved by Thailand include Coronavac, also known as Sinovac, AstraZeneca, Pfizer-BioNTech, Covilo, Sinopharm, Janssen, Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, and Sputnik V. So those are the vaccines that are allowed. And as you can see below here, there's some further information. I'm not going to get too in-depth on this, but does Thailand recognize mixed vaccination? And they go through the criteria under the circumstances where they allow that. And then those previously infected, they also need to have some sort of vaccination on top of their previous infection in order to enter Thailand quarantine-free. So there's a lot to gather here, but basically, and the main thrust of this video, we're talking about the list of vaccines: Coronavac, also known as Sinovac, AstraZeneca, Pfizer-BioNTech, Covilo, that's Sinopharm, Janssen, Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, and Sputnik V, all currently, as of the time of this video, appear to be acceptable for those who wish to enter Thailand under this new quarantine-free program.